Yes, the 2025 Super League season gets underway this week, and you can see all the action across the Sky Sports platforms. Now, joining me, I am delighted to say, are actually two players that will be headed to Vegas, where history will, of course, be made. We will be taking a Super League game to the United States for the very first time. I have John Wilkin joining me, Brad O'Neill of the Wigan Warriors, and Matty Ashton of the Warrington Wolves. Thank you so much for coming in to Sky. We've got a huge season up ahead, but let's talk Vegas first. Brad, you're injured. Sorry about that. ACL you sustained last July. We'll expect you back in action probably in the next, 8 to 9 weeks, but you still get to go to Vegas.
Yeah, obviously, like I said, I still get to go to Vegas. I'm going with the commercial side, helping out with the sponsor and the fans. So that's my ticket of getting there. But like I say, it's massive for Super League, so I'm just appreciated to be a part of it.
Absolutely. And Matty, you will be playing for Warrington. It's round 3 of the 2025 season. Matty, I mean, what are you looking forward to? It's a massive, massive game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really exciting. There's a real big buzz around the place at the minute, and the town of Warrington, knowing we're heading over there to Vegas. Can't wait to experience the bright lights and play one of the biggest stages, one of the greatest stadiums in the world. So yeah, it's really exciting times. It
is exciting. John, unfortunately, you're not going. Neither am I, but we
No.
will be here in London keeping it all together. Just talk a little bit about the importance, and I suppose one of the main reasons that the game is going to Vegas is to grow the sport. We saw the NRL open their season last year there. So just how important will it be to showcase and have a really, really great game?
I think it's massive. I think obviously last year you could see how much of a success it was, and for obviously 2 English clubs to be going over now with Wigan and Warrington, both travelling numbers. But like I say, the main thing is expanding the game. The game's there to be marketed. The amount of athletes we've got, how fast the game is, and everything like that. It's a really exciting sport, and it just needs to be grown, and hopefully it'll do that.
Yeah, if you look at last night, so the Super Bowl, if anybody who watches American sport, you're overwhelmed by the scale of it. You know, you've got Lady Gaga on Bourbon Street playing the piano. The scale of American sport constantly blows me away. Now, Rugby League, we're a small sport in comparison, that's for sure. But that doesn't stop us having lofty ambitions. And I think what Vegas to me says is that we're a small sport that has ambitions to be under the biggest, brightest lights, to be in the biggest cities in the world. And to break away from the roots, these are very regional roots that we've got, and we're super proud of that, Jenna. We celebrate and embrace how regional we are, but then we can also be ambitious. And the Super Bowl last night, I was watching it and thinking, wow, the scale of this event makes it magical, and you want to be a part of it. Now, any great sports event that I've attended has that feeling, and I think as Rugby League, as a sport, we need to generate that, and credit to Warrington and Wigan for creating an event like this.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's round 3, as I said. Round 1 of the Super League season gets underway on Thursday. Matty, your round 1 fixture is against Huddersfield. So it's going to be a bit of a family affair. Sam Burgess, your head coach, taking on his younger but bigger brother, Tom Burgess, who has signed. I mean, there's got to be a lot of talk about that. Have you, has it been mentioned?
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of talk in the media, but for us it's just down to business. Obviously Sam's not on the pitch himself, so he wants us to go out there and get a job done.
I bet he wishes he was.
Would you like him out there?
It'll be great to experience it, wouldn't it? The powerhouse, innit? So I bet he'd be still putting shots in. But like I say, it's down to business. It's round 1. We want to hit the ground running, and he's just pushing us for us to get the win, really.
And Brad, for you, Wigan taking on Lee on that game on Thursday night. Is there a sense that there's a bit of pressure on the Wigan Warriors, given your club won absolutely every piece of silverware on offer last year?
Yeah, I feel like it's good pressure though, you know. Obviously, it just comes with winning. But especially against Lee, you know, I don't think Lee have beat us in the past 2 years, so I think there's 19,000 tickets sold already. I feel like it's going to be a big show. Very excited, but I feel like we'll be more than up for it. And Lee are a great side, so it's going to be a really big test for the first game.
Yeah, and let's talk about 2025. Off the back of 2024, we saw record crowds going into the playoffs. We saw a record crowd at the grand final. Season ticket sales are up. Now, in sport, there's so much vitriol, negativity, doom and gloom out there. And I think we tend to focus on that, you know, all the time. Well, Rugby League, the playoffs going into the grand final last year was magical. It was a really special time. And then to roll into this year, to have Vegas there, to have maybe what will be a record-breaking crowd on week 1 of the season. And we're talking about attendances. And there's always this conflict between games being on TV and people watching live sport. We must support live sport. We have to go and watch live sport. And I credit Rugby League fans for getting out there, buying tickets and coming watching these amazing athletes do their thing. And Rugby League, in that sense, is going from strength to strength.
And Matty, for the Warrington Wolves, of course, disappointment last year. You missed out on making the grand final. What does success look like for the Warrington Wolves in 2025?
I think we have to win a trophy. It's as simple as that. That's what we'll be going out there aiming to do. But like I say, we just want to build on last year and go that one step further. I think we set all the standards last year. What Sam wants, really. It took us a while to get into it, but once we did, we found out how good we can be. And unluckily, we come up short. It did take a while to get over that, but like I say, we're looking to hit the ground running again and go for the same thing.
And the margins in sport are like tiny, aren't they? So like Warrington got to the Challenge Cup final, were exceptional all year. There were 2 tackles off making the grand final. 2 missed tackles, really.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. And I think Sam's cultivated an understanding of how important moments are in games. I'd expect to see Warrington be much better again this year, but Matty's right.
Getting to predictions yet.
I know, but Matty said it.
Hour.
Matty said it. They have to win silverware this year.
Yeah, I think fair to say we can expect a big year from your Warrington Wolves and from the Wigan Warriors. We wish you both all the very, very best of luck for 2025. And hey, have fun in Vegas.
Definitely.
Have a drink for us.
Thought you were.